So remember, this is a pirouette video, and here we go again, right? You've probably seen this in my other videos, but this is really probably one of the best ideas for you to always keep in mind, the spinning top. You have to stand on one foot, you're going to be stretching up. Whenever you're going to turn, this is a spiral, there's a twist, and you're going to push down and turn the plie, yes? The plie always turns. So lesson 1, I pull it up, it doesn't turn. So you're not going to pull up to turn, because that's what we're going to be doing next. First we're going to show you how to go down and up, and then we're going to show you how to turn that. So again, I want you to keep this image in mind. You have to be balanced, which means your posture, right? And you have to always be stretched up, and you have to have a twist, whichever way you want to turn, start in the opposite direction, and then you need to be pushing down into the floor, which is your plie-relevé. All right, so I want to show you a few things about your leg and your foot. All right, so again, we're using this preparation all the time. So what I see in the ballet class is I see people go up and fall over on the turn. You rarely see someone falling this way, right? But they're falling that way. So what I always tell you, wherever you fall, that's where your weight is. That's where all your weight is. Because if you were balanced, this side and this side, you can't fall. But if everything goes in the same direction, you fall. So you need to be aware of that. So this is why you do this and then you do that. But even if you do this, and even if you do this plie, if you end up doing this, pulling your knee back to your heel and thinking of lifting up, you're going to fall over. That's one of the reasons. The other reason, which I started to explain in the attitude promenade, is because ballet has so many positions, we tend to be position oriented, and teachers emphasize position instead of the movement. How do you arrive in the position? So whether we're going to do the retiré or the attitude or the arabesque, but what you must make sure and how you learn to do this, if you look in the mirror, you see this back heel, that when you're in a plie, that back heel is still there, and you can always see your knee moving, and you're going to go over your toe. So if you would always make sure you plie and you releve to the toe, you will balance. But you still have to be careful that you don't do this, right? So again, we're going to divide. This, your standing leg, your supporting side, is number 1, right? And then the other side is number 2. So 1 moves before 2. So again, if you always remember to do that, right? You look in the mirror, and whether you're going to do this or you're going to do attitude, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But what you need to see is that you get to the end of the plie. This is 1 moving, right? This is 1. 2 is following, all right? Then next, you have to make sure into this foot and not lifting up this foot, because that's what's going to make you fall over. Again, the imbalance, all right? So if you always think you have this, you have that, now you have this. Do this, do that, do this. If you always try to remember that, as well as you're going to have to push down, because if you don't push down, your weight's not going to get into the floor. And you have to think not only, you're not on top of the floor, but you're driving through. If you could really just go right through the floor like that while you're turning with your posture in your position. So what we're going to practice next, we're going to go to the bar, and we're going to give you a couple of exercises which I think are fundamental to understanding how to plie and how to releve, because without that, you can't really turn. All right, so that's the next thing we'll do.